Here's an important question. How many of you know at least one parent who follows through, maybe takes the thing away or enforces a consequence, but they warn and they lecture way too many times before they follow through? Yeah. What happens when we repeatedly warn a kid before we follow through? That's one, that's two, that's three. Don't you do that again. Is it just possible that we run the risk of helping our kids develop a very dangerously distorted view of cause and effect? Is it just possible that there are a whole bunch of teenagers running around now who were raised with lots of warnings, who actually believe down deep in their soul these sorts of things? You know what? I bet I can drive drunk at least 2.5 times before anything bad happens to me. Or I bet I can have unprotected sex at least 2.5 times before something bad happens. Or, you know what? I bet I can take this meth, do this meth at least 2.5 times before anything bad happens. I know what I want for my son. I want him to believe that something bad can happen without warning. Because which kid is safer in the long run? So here's the way to remember it. Set the limit once. Let the kid know what you expect. Set the limit once, then what do? Follow through with actions instead of words. Now, if there are 2 sticks lying on the ground, one is dull, one is sharp, which one will the kid pick up? The sharp one, right? And which end will they have right next to their eye as they're running around like this? So he's got this stick, a sharp stick. He's running all around with it. Little kid. And I'm looking at this, and now I hear his mom, and she's there. She says, "Put the stick down." And he's oblivious. He's chasing a goose, and put the stick down, for crying out loud. You're going to put your eye out. Of course, the hallmark of any attractive object for a child is that it'll put your eye out. I mean, if it won't put your eye out, why play with it? Well, then I hear Mom, and she's back there, and she's saying, "That's 1." Now, is he thinking, "Oh, yeah, in that case, I better..." No, he's still got the stick chasing the goose. "That's 2. I mean it, that's 2. That's 2.5. That's 2 3/4. It'd be easier if they used the metric system. That way you could go, that's 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. It'd give you a lot more options, right? When our kids act up, the more words we use, the less effective we become. We take the action, let our action do the teaching. So here's the mom in the park, and she's learned a little love and logic. Kid's got a sharp stick. What does she say? "Hey, put the stick down." The kid doesn't. What does she do? She runs after him, grabs the stick. Uh-oh, stick gone. Right there, and it's over. That's the technique.